Danny Miles, Oregon Tech. Danny Miles was the coach at Oregon Tech for 45 years and led the Hustlin' Owls to 3 NAIA Division II national championships, winning it all in 2004, 2008, and 2012. Coach Miles led Oregon Tech to 1,040 wins during his career and finished with a 1,040 and 437 record for a 70.4% winning percentage. He had 10 seasons of 30 or more wins, and he was named NAIA National Coach of the Year in 2004 and 2008, and the NABC Coach of the Year in 2012. Coach Miles has been elected to the Medford High School Hall of Fame, the City of Medford Sports Hall of Fame, the Oregon Sports Hall of Fame, and the NAIA Hall of Fame, and the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame. He was awarded the NAIA's national winner of the Champion of Character Award, and he has been given the John Wooden Keys to Life Award. In 2013, the NABC gave him the Guardians of the Game Pillar Award for advocacy. Additionally, the court is named after Coach Miles at Oregon Tech, and in 2016, a street known as Danny Miles Way was named in his honor. Danny Miles, Oregon Tech, and inductee into the class of 2019 of the Small College Basketball National Hall of Fame.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the committee for this wonderful honor. Also, John, for your vision and how it's come to reality that so many more coaches, players, and contributors are going to get the opportunity to be here like we are tonight. I also want mainly to thank the good Lord for the many blessings He's bestowed on me and our family. Without Him, we're not here either. Tonight's honor I want to share with several people who have made an impact in my life. I've been fortunate for all these years to have a very loving and supportive family. My mom and dad and my 2 brothers I grew up with in Medford, Oregon. And my dad was an ex-pro baseball player. He played in the early 1900s, became a coach, and also a great supporter of young people to play sports in our community. When my dad died in 1968, the professional baseball field in Medford, Oregon was named after him for all of his work with the youth. One of my regrets now is that one of my main regrets in my lifetime was my dad never got to experience any games I ever coached, and I know he'd already been thrilled to get to know the young people that I got to coach and be with us on many wonderful experiences. Dad shared stories with me a lot, and my 2 brothers. He talked about all the great athletes and the Jackie Robinsons of the world, the Stan Musials, the Lou Gehrigs, and especially quality people. And Satchel Paige. When I was 7 years old, I had an opportunity to be the bat boy for the Kansas City Monarchs, who played the House of David there, barnstormed around the West, and I was 7 years old. That night I got to meet Satchel Paige, probably the best pitcher that's ever lived. I got to meet Cool Papa Bell. I got to meet Buck O'Neill and also Davey Whitney. Davey Whitney was an 18-year-old shortstop who some 45 years later I got to talk to about his experience out in Oregon at that time. And he's been put in the College Basketball Hall of Fame from the head coach at Alcorn State and I think Texas Southern. But it was really interesting. I was 7 years old, he was 18, and 45 years later, we got to meet each other. I'd like to thank my family. I had a great mother and father, and I've had great kids, grandkids, and a wonderful wife. My wife, Judy's here. She made the trip. She's my rock. She's been with me all the time. Great coach's wife, and also just always been there for me. My son Tim's here today. Tim is a coach and also an educator in the Portland area. My son Matt's here, who is the head baseball coach at Oregon Tech. And our daughter Honorine is here. Honorine is our youngest member of her family. And we met her on a mission trip to Rwanda in 2010. The next year we went back for a second year, and we asked her to be part of her family. She'd lost her parents during the genocide era several years before, before she was 9 years old. It took us 5 years to get her here, but she now is a part of her family, and we were really blessed to have her in our family also. I want to thank the OIT family. Oregon Tech was really good to me. It's a small college, 4,000 students in Southern Oregon, and I got to coach there at a very young age. And we had several people. I want to thank the Booster Club, the alumni, all the great fans, a lot of great people. I got hired there when I was 23 years old. I played 3 sports in college. I got to play football, basketball, and baseball, and started as a freshman, all 3 sports in college. But at 23 years old, because of playing 3 sports, I got a job coaching at Oregon Tech. That first year as an assistant coach, I'd have been very fortunate. I'd played on the third-ranked team in the nation in high school in football. We used to get 10,000 people a game. I had 3 guys that played in the NFL later on the team. And I came to Oregon Tech my first year as an assistant coach, and we went 0-9 in football, went 1-21 in basketball, and went 3-23 in baseball. Now, the one thing I wasn't able to do, I don't think, was ever do this at third base, being the assistant coach. I don't think we scored more than 5 runs all season. But it was a great experience. I quit using the word winner and loser after that year. I used the word champion after that because I got to learn from the other side. I was always on championship teams. It's the first time I had ever been in a losing situation. What I was happy about the administration is they didn't hold that against me. The next year I was named head baseball and head basketball coach and offensive coordinator in football. And things started going a lot better after those years. Our fan support at Oregon Tech was second to none. We had some of the greatest crowds ever. We had a 49-game winning streak and 65-game winning streak, home winning streaks, and we used to fill the gym nearly every game for 45 years. I want to thank great fan support we had. We were lucky, though, they pretty far away from the Blazer games, the Beavers and the Ducks, so we had a nice situation there for small college basketball. I had great assistant coach. I had one coach with me 17 years, 4 others were with me for 10 years at least, and several other guys who poured their heart and soul into being in the Oregon Tech program. I had 302 kids play for me over the years. And the thing was, those kids, and on most great teams, they made a great commitment to our program. They represented the school with class. We share great memories, and they're the kind of young men, and they've grown up to be great people, and we're very proud of them. I also had an opportunity, because of basketball, because of this sport, to be able to go all over the world and coach. I got to coach in China, Australia, Rwanda, Kenya, France, and I've coached over 15,000 people, and I've enjoyed every minute of it. Basketball's been very good to us, and again, thank you to the Hall of Fame for this wonderful experience. Thank you.